welcome back. Today's got something for us.
I have new missions for you.
Mind me. But first, we're gonna ask you, what does Obisek and Remans want with the to take up the Romulans?
I do not know. Obisek and his people have traveled a most difficult path. After so many years of oppression and Romulan treachery, it does not surprise me that they are suspicious of anyone. The Remans gained much in the years after the destruction of the Romulan homeworld, but Sela is more secure in her power now, and she may believe that she no longer needs the Remans as allies. If the Romulans seek to enslave the Remans again, there will be bloodshed.
Yeah.
I have new missions for you.
Right. Right, so we're doing Man Enemy.
Starfleet Intelligence has decoded the list of Reman targets that you recovered from the vault. I need you to investigate one of these locations and determine why Obisek and his forces planned an attack there. The Vahar system is still technically part of the Romulan Star Empire, but Ferengi speculators have moved in, and the Empress has done nothing to remove them. The Ferengi have reopened the mines and are now doing business with anyone with Latinum. You will go to the Vahar system under the pretense of negotiating a possible trade agreement with the Federation. Talk to Madron, the operator of the mines. Convince him to allow you access. Find out all you can. Once we know why Obisek and the Remans are targeting these mines, then we will be able to decide how to proceed.
Right. Okay, this episode we're getting a hatchling. This is a non-combat pet, similar to a couple of other characters, and we get some other gear.
I have new missions for you.
As for non-combat pets, talk about non-combat pets. Hello. This fella is a non-combat pet. Okay. This little fella, the tardigrade, currently a non-combat pet. He'll disappear in battle, but will follow me around in areas like Starbase 39. I also have a orange tabby cat. You reckon put someone at the band as well? Cat trots around and sits around. Right. The art will do the same. There are combat art pets, but we'll cover that at a later date. Or say later this episode, actually. But now we're headed off to the Hillfire system. We were targeting the magnetic mining area. The lists we recovered don't have exact coordinates. We know we're in the right area, but all the moons are inhabited and sensors are affected by the magnetic. We need to visit each one to find out which one the ones are actually targeting. Right. Number one.
You've stuck your nose in our business for the last time, Starfleet. All ships, attack! Attack!
Okay, it appears that's not going to be moon. Don't bother pronouncing it. The best moon. So we'll try the second moon.
Scanning in progress.
Time to hail the moon. Lyle,
This moon is private property. No solicitors, beggars, or Starfleet allowed.
no very hospital around here, are they? Stay in this area. And it might be worse for it because of the destruction of Romulus. It might get difficult for people to trust us. Yeah. But we are looking for Ferengi.
Scanning in progress.
Now we just got to visit the moon. Coal. I hope that this is a good one. Like, looks like it could be diamond in the rough.
Hello, my good friends. I'm so happy to meet you. Perhaps you are in the market for some high-quality magnesite? We have the finest ore in the quadrant. On behalf of the miners and residents here, I'm more than happy to welcome you to our home. Please transport to the surface.
Right. Time to transport the guys.
Unfortunately, the large amounts of extremely pure magnesite ore in the core of our little world will interfere with your sensors. For safety reasons, I must insist that you use the transporter signal enhancers that I have installed at my own expense. Also, I know you Starfleet types are so fond of your away teams, but could you please restrict the number of crew you bring down to the surface? My people here aren't used to strangers, and you wouldn't want to disrupt their work, would you?
Okay. Got 2 to bring this time. We're ready to beam down. So we're bringing Ian Qualm down, right? But it gets for a bit more. That much more probably to this area. Right. Welcome to Hibbert. If mining facility. So, welcome. Hello,
Did you need something?
what are you doing here?
It's a long story. After the destruction of Romulus, I joined a group of colonists looking for a new place to settle. We chose to form a new agrarian community, on Viranot, a pastoral world on the edge of Romulan space. Our colony was attacked and destroyed. I managed to evade the attackers and get off-world with a small group of people. My luck ran out here, and I've been stuck ever since.
What work do you do?
I'm a biochemist by trade. I specialize in hemocyanin, a division of hematology, working with copper-based blood. On Viranot, I handled a lot of issues related to food compatibility and local biochemistry. These days, I mostly handle minor medical issues and nutritional deficiencies for the people living here. I can't afford passage off of this moon. I've managed to stay out of debt, but I don't know how long that will last.
Have you heard anything strange locally?
This whole mining facility is nothing but strange. That Ferengi, Madron, rides everyone hard to make a profit. But just when it looks like things will get too bad, he turns around and does something generous. Folks have occasionally disappeared, and not by leaving on a ship. People here for weeks or months will suddenly vanish. People talk about seeing strange things, or being kept out of parts of the mine by the guards. There's something deeper in those mines. I'm sure of it.
Now, if you was a Roman character, I believe I could have picked up Ryan and brought into my duty officership roster. But because I am a Federation character, although look at it, I'm more of a mirror Federation character. Right, this area is pretty run down. I would normally go around and have chat to people, but we'll be coming around here again in a few moments. Better well, there's the mine entrance. And run around a bit. Okay, we got some Ferengi over here. Well, you're not Madron. Although, it's just what have you been doing here? Yeah, Madron.
On behalf of everyone on this forsaken rock, let me be the first to welcome you to Hathara. As you can see, we don't have time for pleasantries. And I'm not sharing my Tranya stash with you. So, why don't we skip the chit-chat and get down to business?
Of course I had you're an excellent source of magnesite. What makes your mine better than the others in the sector?
Unfortunately, I cannot call this mine my own. I'm just a middleman. Out of the goodness of my heart, I help the residents here pass on the products of their hard work to commercial entities such as yourself. The minuscule transaction fee and trade tariff I keep to offset my expenses is figured into the unit cost of the ore. My operation has become one of the best in the area because of the high demand for my services from both sides. I provide the best mining equipment and supplies in the sector to the miners, while my customers get competitive pricing on the ore they need.
Do you have any more information about the miners themselves?
I don't pay much attention to that. Miners have empty carts and they return with ones filled with ore. If you're that interested, you could visit the mines themselves, but I don't recommend it. It's such a dirty, disagreeable business. And I'm convinced that breathing ore dust for too long is terrible for you. The miners who live near my quarters used to keep me up night after night with their dreadful coughing. I had to install soundproofing just to get some sleep. Are you sure you wouldn't rather look at the ore I have for sale?
Thanks, I'd like to talk to the miners first.
Really? Suit yourself. Just remember, I have an exclusive contract to export magnesite ore from this moon. If you try to cut me out of your deals, you'll regret it.
I have a few questions before we conduct any business. I'll be back when I'm done. Madam won't answer any questions about why the humans might be targeting this place for the fear of scaring us away from possible sales. Perhaps if we ask some of the locals what's going on, we might get some more information. Agreed. Right. At this point, this is another one of those missions where your faction, where your choice in special it will actually matter. So some people have. So if you're tactical, you'll do have some stuff, do some stuff after the few questions.
I'm sorry, I really can't talk at the moment. I have to finish a survey of the area so the miners can start work on a new mine shaft.
As you can see here, I can now ask a question about to the surveyor because I'm a science character.
I need someone who is familiar with the techniques involved in sonar analysis of soil compositions. How good is your pedology?
I just completed a continuing education program on pedology.
I've marked some coordinates on your map. Please go there, scan the soil content, and report back to me.
Okay. It looks like it could be one of those scan, move around even more. Behind this building? Looks like it's over here. Uh-oh, don't look at that. Right, get close. Well. Right. This area looks pretty nice, but there's probably needs the warrior girl right there. So we've actually scanned it, not far from that ship. Hey, nice. There's actually other things you can do. If you're a tactical officer, you might be required to help out by perform some security tasks around here. If you're an engineer character, you'll be helped out by sorting out some of the gear around here. I'm not sure. So let's talk to this surveyor.
Thank you so much for your help. This information will be incredibly useful when we're ready to tap a new vein of ore. To answer your question, I'm not sure what makes this mine special. I haven't had much chance to explore the whole thing, though. My shuttle broke down in the system 6 weeks ago. Modron was happy to pick me up, but he's holding my shuttle until I've worked out the cost of the repairs. I can't wait to get off this rock. I have seen some strange people in the lower levels of the mine. I tried to do a survey down there once, but they wouldn't let me pass. Perhaps you should look there.
Yeah. And as you can see, we got a site. Science training accolade. As I said, you were as a tactical officer and a engineering officer. You can do some other tasks around this area. I mean, that task used to be a lot different. I mean, the engineer was to speak to, I believe, this guy here. It could be wrong because they've redone some of these missions since I've last played them.
You want to go in the mine? Are you really interested in buying any magnesite? Or are you just here to cause trouble? Because if it's the latter, I know someplace you can start a little ruckus. There's a gang that controls the bottom levels of the mine. They won't even let me in there. Previously, I allowed them to keep their little kingdom in exchange for information. But lately, they've been more trouble than they're worth. And the intel they're feeding me is useless. Honestly, who doesn't know about the Breen invasion of the fairy space?
Yeah. That is actually information we don't know about. But it is actually some information we'll be following up on ourselves quite a lot later. Yeah, that's the local store. We'll say local, it's the only store for light years around. But now we're going down. Alright. What's right? Well, down here. Lots of people digging and stuff around. Lots of useful items to dig up. This guy on the side of the box is not particularly, or sitting on the box is not particularly great. Now we have to do one of two things. We have to talk our way past this guy. I'll shoot him. We'll try being a bit more tactful than we.
What do you want?
I'd like to enter this area.
This area is restricted. Only people my friends and I like may enter. And I don't like you!
I wonder if you like my weapons. Okay. Ow. Okay. That didn't go to plan. The good news is you can tuck him down, but you may need to progress in the duty officer system a bit more. Because you can be a lot more diplomatic. Well, I better keep these out. I might be going into fight with one. There. Right. These gangs have got some serious military tech here, and I've got 1 million military ranks. Well, we'll examine this campsite here. There's pressure patches around here, but it seems low tech, but it seems to be, well, got to use some pressure pads around here because the sensors aren't particularly doing me much of a tech. Doesn't seem to be useful. So, we're now going to cover one of the few things you've got to do with this one. So, you clear this arrow below this character and you place it. I'm going to have to go into B so I can actually control this point and click there. Now I got in to just run right over there. Then we're going to click on like precision coordinates and I'll pull in back by right clicking on that so it no longer has a. So it's no longer told to stand there. Now the commands I'll cover somewhat slightly late, so I'll cover it in a few minutes. But these commands up here will be talked about when was talked about before at this moment in time. But you can make it so your characters can attack a target without you actually need to be firing at it. So that looks rambling.
I give the orders here, Commander. You are out of line.
With all due respect, sir, there is a difference between protecting the Empire from her enemies and provoking
There
them.
is much here you do not understand, Jack. The Remans need to know their place. As do you. I will not forget your insubordination, Commander. The Tal Shiar has no place for officers who cannot follow orders. I'll be in the command center.
Colonel, they were civilians. Their blood is on our hands.
Get used to it. There will be more. Speaking of which, why don't you clean out the brig before you become a resident there?
Right. Not one of the better things to do, so I need to do a few things. So this is one of the trickier things. We need to sneak in and get commander's details, but we'll probably end up drugging out the guards. So, assuming you don't fire, we'll be good.
I almost feel sorry for you, but I have my own neck to worry about. I'll be joining you in there soon enough. If Hakeeb has his way, we all will.
Yeah. Sneaky, sneaky, sneaky. Now, we're going to open the cells. And that analyst found us awesome. Right, we're now picking up, opening the doors up. We're collecting all the miners so we can actually have a lot more firepower when we need it. Because these guys have got some gear left from this person. Okay. Good, we're taking down that fellow of mine. She surrenders. We'll talk to her.
Enough! I surrender. I value my life more than the Tal Shiar's secrets. I'll tell you anything you want to know. But first, you must tell me why you are here and what you want.
Why does Reman Resistance wants to destroy this base?
The Remans know about this base? Impossible! Only the leadership of the Tal Shiar know we're here. The Empress herself couldn't find us. I don't believe you, but it makes no difference. This is not a military installation. We listen and record here. Nothing more. There are many targets that those Reman scum would find much more tempting.
Now, as you notice that there's a blanked grayed out mission with response here. That would basically allow me to capture her alive. Sadly, because we don't have enough experience in diplomacy, I'm going to sadly have to tell it enough of these lies.
Are you sure you want to end things like this?
Yes. Now that was a heavy ground turret. I actually didn't realise they still had them in the game. Ooh, there's actually another area here. Actually, this is how you did that. Okay, I think they added this in recently. Because the last time I did this mission, cutscenes were a lot different. Right. Since we had a prison break, we're gonna blow the whole thing out. Right, so let's quickly cover the consoles. So this one near the prison door has 2 logs on it. Logs on the Roman Empire activity. Observed from Holofield on Nator 3. Increased power in Roman Palace indicates that lower levels may be in use. Centaur Shemek is accepting bribes in exchange for slowing progress in trade agreements. European representatives meet with Sila. Roman representative was removed from the Senate chamber. Opposition leader Tetan was assassinated. 3 unificationist proponents were arrested. Agents for Sila to meet with True Way leaders near the Badlands. True Way are a rebel Kardashian group. So let's look at Taldera. This is known as New Romulus for some people. So from live intelligence on the Republic space, archaeological activity indicates recent excavation has revealed unexpected high value find. Attempts to capture colonists of the putative Malvihan meeting resistance with mixed forces. Federation Starbase 2v4 engaging in defense training exercises. Long-range social destabilization of America. I can't pronounce that. Country is underway. Thorian activity correlated with temporal anomalies near the Xur Nebula. Those will be that has got us. That is said to know that he's got us to deal with the those temporal anomalies in about a few months' time. I don't know how we get those. That we're going to be doing one of those in a few months. I don't even know what I have for breakfast. Cloaked assets monitoring the construction of listening posts in the duet system. There is actually some stuff in the duet system. Well, might cover that later. Right, so we just looked at the Romulan side of things, so let's just go upstairs and try the southeast console on the podium. So read logs on the Starfleet activity. Observed from captured holopede from Earth space station. Captain Sealy has applied for transfer to front lines of the Klingon conflict. Where is Sulu, by the way? Yeah, can't you? Admiral Quinn is under medical care for heart condition. Intercepted Starfleet medical records indicate the condition is fully treatable and not suitable for a exploitation. The 7th Fleet entered the neutral zone as part of a routine series of exercises. Franklin Wright heading the extended operation in Etadani. Franklin Wright, he all I got was on CS 31 account. Anyway, Starfleet Command considering new tactics in conflicts with the True Way, the same Cardassian group we talked about earlier. Starfleet intelligence is concerned with the rise of war profiteering by independent Ferengian Dopamarians. Not particularly too great, but too much information there. Let's see what's on the. No, whoops. No group over there, probably by the door. Right, what were the Klingons are thinking of? So let's see what the Klingons. Chancellor Jim Puck, the leader of the High Council, is facing increasing challenges from members of the High Council. Those particularly the members from Ashmadok. The alliance between House Jim Puck and House Duras is weak. The situation is highly exploitable. We recommend Wasiki agents on Kronos. Many members of the discommendated House of Tog have been absorbed into the House of Duras. Now, the House of Tog was somewhat destroyed during the Klingon players' storyline, so the KDF leadership is angered by the High Council's mandate to work more closely with Klingon intelligence. Vakiri forces in the region are mashing under new leadership. I thought Vakiri were just myth, although some reports say otherwise. Milani Titan is seen entering the home of Drake's son of Martok. Now, Milani Dian, I believe, is the leader of the Orion people. You know, the green skin girls, not known for very much. You know the group. The Gorn pushed for a representative on the House Council, rejected. So it's going to be a bastard Stas again. Right. So, over here, let's see what's the Cardassian True Ways doing. Whole feed on Cardassian Prime. The Party Council petitions Federation to fund Lacarian cities infrastructure projects. 47? In a bombing at University of Kulat. Two-way claims responsibility for the attack. The Tapa Council passes a bill allowing Cardassian government to seize assets of persons convicted in terrorist activity. Councillor Mariam Kennedy resigns. Starfleet is sending advisors to Cardassian Prime to advise its government on security issues. Councillor Ivala introduces a resolution calling for Cardassians to apply for Federation membership, but bill stalls in committee. Well, Ministry of Trade extends agreements with the Ferengi to market Cardassian-made transport vessels on phaser bags. Oh yeah. Right, over here we have activities and Borg activities. Read logs on Borg activities. This one's good. I don't know how much information this one is. Resistance is futile. That's it. That, yeah, I think should be late in the job there. So, listen, the logs on this place actually, by the look of it. Observed from elevator listing post passes. Janaki is fighting with Hakib. Again. Hakib takes shuttles leave base for 2 days. Long range sensors mark his progress into the neutral zone. 6 miners are held for questioning. Chief Medical Officer reports 2 cases of avoiding crew. 6 encrypted messages from Colonel Hakib consoles to an unknown recipient. Recommend that transmissions be investigated further. I always recommend that one. I wouldn't do it whilst Hakib's here. I think he's still here. Oh dear. Okay, one tag. Right. Small logs to read, hey. Okay, journal entry 846512. Innocent criminal is dead. Keith ordered him to explore the tunnels. We found organic remains that are fully discharged with struck to nearby. It looked like he's been melted. I think we should wall off the centre of the mine and not disturb the creatures down here. 6 people have already died. 5 of them are minor and therefore expendable. Criminal showed promise and should have been the fine officer. I've asked Colonel Hakib to request informers. If he's determined to kill people exploring this mine, let him kill recruits. Yeah, Hakib's never been do much stuff. Right. What's this? This is another log console. Probably another log. Journal entry 448532. We were drilling near when we broke through a walling chamber that had appeared in our scans. Blasted magnesite, it blocks everything. Sensors, tricorders, they're all useless. The chamber is large and should be suitable for expression for the base. There's several spherical orbs in it. We are unable to determine the nature of these orbs, but Janet thinks they're pretty. She's kept one in her quarters. I've asked permission to study the orbs. They remind me of a Federation report I've read once. I can't remember the details, but it was something said about the Janus system. Talking about that, I do remember reading a part about that. It was by Kirk. So about a oh boy, he actually had photos and stuff. There were quite a few miners at the time. Oh no, that was a photo in it as well. Right, okay, just what are you shooting now? Oh, hey, Harter. Okay, well, we actually have some. Oh, yeah, thanks for that. Ian, Ian is running around showing that bridge officers will revive other people and bridge officers. No kill eye written on the floor. And you've met Harter. Yeah, oh yeah. And it does show pretty clear. I mean, this auto and that auto X. Now you know why we get a little auto at the end of the mission. We get baby one. Right, so we're now going to do the last console in this room. The door. Right. Okay. Oh dear. Now, okay, pressing what? Well, why? Let's force my character to attack that character matter. Only my character, only Ian at the moment, because he's focused on random doing their own stuff, because they're treated as allies, not actual my crew.
How did you find this place? What else do you know? No matter. You won't be revealing anything to your superiors. It's disappointing I cannot give you a proper interrogation. But I have much to do in little time. The self-destruct sequence has begun. This base will be your tomb.
Oh dear. We need to download the records now, or we don't get, or we lose a lot more information. Now we run. Yeah, now we know why we did that mission. We did all the consoles beforehand. Come on, Ian, you're slow. Or is that a woman miner? Not Ian, just woman miners. They're all tripping over each other. They will follow me out. Alright. These guys just know. Smart enough to know when the gone rumbling need to get out. Right, we are left. Alright. Go on, guys. Oh, seriously, that is some serious ground shaking. I'll keep Earth-based earthquakes, they're never brilliant. So let's talk about some fumigation. Yeah, the bomber spies are always terrible. Once you let this in for a little while, they breed like, well, rabbits. Epos. No, epos.
My mine! What have you done to my mine?
There was an infestation of Tashiya spies in there. I just fumigated.
Tal Shiar? I'm shocked. I had no idea. I certainly wouldn't have sent you down there if you... Say, you didn't happen to find anything valuable down there, did you? Because if you did, remember, I have an exclusive contract.
So lies, I know who and what was. I know you know who was and what was down there.
And what's it to you? This is a rough area of the Quadrant, you know, and they're good neighbors. If you're not easily embarrassed, their cameras and listening devices are everywhere. I haven't had a single problem with Orions or Herodians since they moved in. And it doesn't hurt that I acquired the odd bit of information here and there. I'm a businessman, and information is big business.
Do you know anything about what they recently discovered?
Unfortunately, no. I'll admit, I was trying to find out, but their systems were locked down tight. I'm sure whatever it was had to be big news. Everyone was on edge. Janek and Hakiv were barely speaking, and I once heard Hakiv mumbling something about orders. Someone's been pulling his strings, but I don't know who. I do know the Tal Shiar takes security very seriously. If you manage to pull any files from their system, you can expect them to be heavily encoded. Trust me on that. I speak from experience.
Oh yeah.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to go talk 100 Romulans into digging a new mine to replace the one you destroyed. My profit margin for this month is ruined.
Treat those men as well as Madran, or I will be back. I don't need to know much, or at least does not see will be useful. So, we time to return to the ship. Now, normally when we get to this screen, we are done. I usually skip this and get back to Starbase 59. But we now need to visit our bridge. Hello. Hey, now, welcome to the 2256 bridge. Basically, the Discovery era Star Bridge. And if you're wondering, this isn't a one-to-one version of the ship of the usual ship. It's at least a close enough for the real thing. So we can select a small craft in this area. We can now access the account bank, which gives us some access to stuff we've stored from all of the characters, which includes various stuff. All these are very nice, very useful, and good for talking about later. None of them are worth for talking about today. We've got. We'll cover this console later because I believe it's in the library files. As you can see here, we've got people standing by the office, so we'll talk to the operations guy and he'll give us some duty officer missions. So if I want to get the recruited thing amulet, as long as I had the right amount of items, I could get them to do it. And we've got a counsellor. And we can contact other duty officers on the ship. The council gives us some duty officer missions and other duty officer missions here on the ship. I'll just talk to everyone and get transfers them through. Because the what's terrible if it works, it doesn't actually take us anywhere. This is but now we need to go and check out library files. Don't worry, this won't take too long. Right. We now have to decipher Tasha files from if we have 5 files. Further, plethora descendants, reciprocity and referendum. Now, open file further, and we'll analyze the file structure. Here, files referencing in file called reciprocity. Emperor Calus has been spotted in green space. Chancellor Jim Parker's present as a potential adversary in Gerard. House Tug has been brought before the Council for Commendation by House Martok. That does not seem right. The forecast free battle left tournament was as a new champion. And it was one of my other characters. Let's reference to files with Starfleet records. Yes, it was the House of Tog wrong. So I changed the information to be correct. Act of treason sounds more like it. And open file with reciprocity, and it's analyze the structure, and it's got references all at overseas. And we apply a I'm not bothering to read that. It looks like it's random Latin. So apply a passkey, and that's actually a bit more readable. So let's select a new file. Plethora. Notable activities with the Federation of Planets. Ambassador Zucker replied to Monastery in Pajem. I don't think he did that. Because it was, a number of that sounds like it's messed up again. So we'll change that to exposed. Because he was actually because Basokov was a wanted spy. Yeah, if you check up here, I might have popped up the episode for you. So, and apply the passkey, and suddenly it's a lot more easy to read listening post. Yeah, so let's check. So let's try Predence. Analyze file structure, and there's some faulty information. The one with numbers, so I actually don't know which one it is. So nope, that's not right. That's not right. That's better. And open the file and update the passkey. File repository. Security request in detecting Vete system. Let's post temp. Better look on the referendum. Referendum. Notable actions in the Romulan Senate. Senate votes to give seal of power to overriding rulings of the Imperial Court. Ambassador Iraq visits Andoria. Remove medals. Attack at Pavonis, and Senate ratifies new tax on dilithium. Analyze and we'll cross-reference with Starfleet records, and Ambassador Durak doesn't sound like it would visit Andoria. Warriors don't like it when it's cold. I would say Kronos. Nope. Vulcan. Yeah, that's. Let's open reciprocity and apply the kit buggy. That's a lot more easy to read now. Secret Riemann base detected in the Dara system. The supposed passes has detected a increasing substation communication in the ships and travelling to and from the Dara system. Analysis of communication ship traffic reveals obfuscation normally employed by Riemann forces. Tertiary forces intercepted a ship leaving the Earth system and captured 47 Riemann civilians. 47 again. The passengers and crew were summarily executed under the orders of Colonel Haki, but the captain first officer was reserved for questioning. Under interrogation, the captain of the Riemann vessel provided a security key that could be used to decipher encrypted communications sent to Dara's system. The encrypted messages prove that their base in the area is cyberspace and used by the Riemann resistance. Recommendation: Tasha should be sent to Dara's system immediately and capture this base and its inhabitants. Tasha planning to attack on Riemann's base will need to get from Admiral Tenay immediately. Well, we're going to just run still on the bridge. We'll conduct her. Hail, Admiral.
The Tal Shiar records you recovered show that Hakiv and his forces have been targeting the Riemanns for months. Obisek and his followers have been driven from their homes, had their ships destroyed, and their loved ones killed or imprisoned. Some might say that Obisek's campaign against the Tal Shiar is just. However, Obisek was planning on using Thalaron weapons in the Bahar system, which would have killed hundreds of innocent civilians as well as the Tal Shiar cell there. This is the problem with revenge. Violence and fury only create more pain and suffering.
Yes, that'll be very much a logical thing to say. And we'll grab some armor this time around. They're not, and the choice of gear is here is more down to what you're lacking in ground space. It's not a major choice. The big thing is the hot hatchling.
I have new missions.
Congratulations, Captain.
Now that we picked up the hot hatchling, that's something on the bridge. Now, if we were to redo that mission again, actually I can actually just to give you an idea, because you can redo any mission I want. So that's actually not the one I was looking for. So we're from the mission. Man enemy, replay.
Starfleet intelligence has decoded the list of Riemann.
Right, because I said if you want a combat pet, now this combat pet will just be someone whenever you click it, do click it on the bar at the bottom. Now, the non-combat pets will disappear when you're going to combat and reappear when you leave. Mineralogy research will convert a standard hot non-combat pet to a combat pet, which can be used as like an item to similar to and will be an infinite use item, by the way, but will be able to attack people on occasion. Of course, this is only available when you replay this episode, and some of the other items are reduced. But next week, well, we'll be doing Frozen. Unlike the movie, there won't be much singing, because I won't be letting it go. Right.